Let's go now to Wilfred and Morgan, who are outside the stock exchange. Hi, guys.
Hey, that's right. On this balmy summer Tuesday here on Broad Street, well, the Perth Mint ringing the New York Stock Exchange closing bell earlier today to celebrate its physical gold ETF, AAAU. As part of celebration, it brought along the world's largest gold coin displayed outside of here in front of the NYSE, worth $45 million. It weighs about 2,200 pounds. The Perth Mint CEO, Richard Hayes, joins us here now with more. Let's talk a little bit about this coin and why you decided to bring it.
Where does it kept normally? Did you fly this from Australia?
Yes, we did. We brought this all the way from Australia.
How much does it weigh?
Almost 12,000 miles away. It weighs 1 ton. So 1,000 kilos.
So you can't steal it.
1,000 kilograms, about 2,200 pounds. Made of some of the purest gold on the planet today. And it's worth, as you said, about $44 million.
So I guess you never need any security to protect it because no one can run off with it.
Well, that is, it would be quite difficult to do that. When we made it, we actually got 6 of our strongest guys to try and lift it, and they couldn't. But of course, there's a lot of security surrounding this here that you wouldn't see.
So $45 million for just this coin. What's the AUM of the overall ETF at the moment?
About $132 million.
And how has that tracked in recent times? Why do you think, the gold price has done well since early June, but prior to that, 18 months or so, it really lagged for quite some time?
It did range trade significantly between sort of 1150 and about 1350. And then it had a breakout. I think the breakout was caused by a number of geopolitical factors. The trade war, obviously, between the United States and China, some of the tension between Tehran and Washington, plus also falling yields, bond yields, and the spectre of further interest rate cuts. If you go back 6 or 8 months, there was nobody really talking about interest rate cuts here in the United States. And now everybody's talking about it, and looks like it's, there'll be at least 1, possibly 2 this year.
There are a number of gold ETFs in the market. How is yours different?
Our fund has a number of unique selling points. Firstly, the gold is all vaulted in our central bank grade vault network of vaults in Perth and Western Australia, away from the big concentrations of London and New York, which is where most of the other ETFs would actually hold their gold. The gold itself that backs the ETF is all guaranteed by the state government of Western Australia, which has the highest short-term A1 plus rating that anybody could get. And thirdly, for investors who at some stage would like to take physical gold in exchange for their shares, they can actually do that. It's a very simple process, and they can exchange their shares for physical gold, which we will deliver to them anywhere in the world.
Do you guys see crypto as an alternative to gold? Is it a rival for investors' attention?
The problem with cryptos is that there's not a lot actually backing most cryptos. It's an arithmetic formula, and if you bought Bitcoin and there was a run on Bitcoin, the liquidity of it would be make it very, very difficult for you to actually get your money back out of it. And I think that's a differentiator. Gold ETF actually does have a physical commodity that underlines it.
On the topic of physical, Richard, I want to come back to this specific coin behind us. Is there a market for something like that? It's the biggest in the world, as you said. It's got a Her Majesty on one side, a kangaroo on the other. Could you sell it outright to a very wealthy individual for more than the $44 million you say it's worth because it's so unique?
Oh yes, I think it would attract quite a significant premium if it were to be sold on the market. It's not. We didn't make it to sell it. We made it really as for 2 reasons. Firstly, to demonstrate the prowess of the craftsmanship that we've got in Perth, and also as a great marketing tool. To bring something like this to the greatest city in the world, the big coin to the big apple, if you will. Really is something that nobody else has the ability to do at the moment.
Well,
I was going to say, it's amazing how much it weighs. I mean, you see all these gold heist movies and they make it look so easy, but then 2,200 pounds.
Yeah.
But Morgan, you know what you could do? If we could get off that, we could roll it away.
We could roll it.
Yeah.
All right, I'll slip off my high heels and make that happen.
But Richard, your point of it's a marketing tool, we've fallen for it today. So thanks for bringing it along and thanks for the interview.
Thank you very much for the opportunity.